You are the type of owner who has tried everything. The training classes, the leave it commands, the spray bottles someone on the internet swore would work. And your dog still loses its mind every time something moves past the window. Here is what nobody is telling you: the problem is not your dog's temperament. It is not your training consistency. It is your floor plan. Your home itself is wired to keep your dog in a permanent state of alarm, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Modern homes are designed for humans who love natural light and open sightlines. But those same design choices create something very different for your dog. A living room with floor-to-ceiling windows and a clear view to the street is not a comfortable retreat. It is a surveillance post. And today, we are going to walk through exactly why that is, and what you can actually do about it. Let us start with what is happening inside your dog's brain every single time something moves past that window. Dogs are hardwired to notice movement. It is not a flaw. It is a survival system that has been refined over thousands of years. When your dog spots a person walking a dog outside, or a cyclist, or even just a leaf blowing across the yard, their brain releases a small hit of dopamine. That dopamine is a reward signal. It is the brain saying, "Good. You noticed a potential threat. Keep watching." And here is where the modern living room becomes a trap, because that dopamine loop does not have a natural endpoint in your home. In the wild, a dog would investigate the threat, determine it was not dangerous, and move on. The stimulation would resolve. But behind glass, your dog cannot do any of that. The threat appears, the dopamine fires, your dog rushes to the window, and then the threat just walks away on its own. Your dog did not get to investigate. It did not get to resolve the tension. So the brain files that experience as unfinished business. Do this 50 times a day, which is entirely possible on a busy street, and you have a dog that is essentially addicted to window patrol. Not because it is anxious by nature, but because your floor plan has created a dopamine-driven obsession with monitoring every sightline in your home. Now let us talk about barrier frustration, because this is the piece that turns window watching into full-blown reactivity. Barrier frustration is exactly what it sounds like. Your dog sees something it wants to respond to, either to chase it away or to go investigate, and there is a physical barrier in the way. The glass, the fence, the baby gate. And that frustration does not just evaporate, it builds. Think about it from your dog's perspective. Something appears. Every instinct says to move toward it or move away, but movement is impossible. The body floods with stress hormones, the muscles tense, the arousal spikes, and the only outlet left is vocalization. That frantic barking you hear is not stubbornness. It is a nervous system under genuine pressure with nowhere to discharge. And the cruel irony is that every time the trigger walks away, your dog believes its barking worked. The threat left. The behavior gets reinforced. And the next time something appears at that window, your dog goes to a higher arousal baseline right from the start. The modern open floor plan makes this dramatically worse. Wide, unobstructed windows that sit low to the ground. Open plan layouts where a dog can see the front door, the street, and the side yard all from one position. Corner windows that offer nearly panoramic views. These are features architects sell as selling points. For your dog, they are a relentless assault on the nervous system. Now here is the part most training advice completely skips over: chromic cortisol elevation. This is the long game of what constant environmental stress does to your dog. Cortisol is your dog's primary stress hormone. Short bursts of it are completely normal and healthy. It sharpens focus, it prepares the body for action, and it fades once the stressor is gone. But when a dog is exposed to visual triggers repeatedly throughout the day, cortisol does not get a chance to fully clear. It stays elevated. And a dog living with chronically elevated cortisol is not just reactive at the window. It is reactive everywhere. This is why you might notice that a dog who barks at the window also snaps more easily when touched unexpectedly, or struggles to settle at night, or overreacts to sounds that never used to bother it. The nervous system is already running hot. The threshold for any reaction drops significantly. Redirected aggression is one of the most misunderstood symptoms of this chronic stress state. Your dog is in peak arousal at the window, and then you reach down to touch it or another pet walks into the room. That arousal has to go somewhere, and the nearest available target receives it. This is not aggression from dominance or from bad character. It is an overflow response from a nervous system that has been pushed past its limit by the environment it lives in. So what do you actually do about all of this? The first thing to understand is that management is not failure. Blocking your dog's visual access to the street is not giving up on training. It is removing the constant drip of cortisol so your dog's nervous system can actually return to baseline. You cannot train a dog whose stress hormones never fully clear. You are fighting uphill every single session. Start with the lowest windows. Frosted or privacy window film is inexpensive and lets light through while eliminating the clear sightline. You are not darkening the room. You are removing the trigger. For larger windows, consider positioning furniture strategically so your dog's natural resting spots do not face the street. If the couch is against the window and your dog can see the sidewalk while lying down, you have built a front row seat to everything that causes reactivity. Next, create visual barriers at dog height, not human height. A piece of furniture, a bookshelf, a decorative screen. Your dog's eye level is much lower than yours. What looks like a blocked view to you might still offer a clear sightline at ground level. For dogs who have developed a strong patrol habit around a specific window or door, physical boundaries matter too. A baby gate that prevents access to the front room during the highest traffic times of day, usually morning and late afternoon, can dramatically reduce the number of arousal cycles your dog goes through in a single day. And here is something counterintuitive. Give your dog a designated watching spot somewhere else. Dogs have a genuine need to monitor their environment. Trying to eliminate that entirely will create its own frustration. Instead, redirect it. A window that faces a quiet backyard, or a raised platform that gives your dog a safe vantage point to watch something low stimulation. Lets that need be met without the constant dopamine spike of watching a busy street. The deeper goal here is decompression. You are trying to lower the ambient stress level in your dog's daily life so that when you do train, when you do ask for focus or calmness or a settled down, your dog has the neurological capacity to actually give it. To you, a dog that lives in a high transparency, high stimulation environment is spending most of its cognitive resources just managing stress. When you restructure that environment, you are not just stopping the barking. You are giving your dog its bandwidth back. If what we covered today made something click for you, take one action before tomorrow. Just one window. Privacy film, a repositioned piece of furniture, a gate across a doorway. You do not have to redesign your whole home. Start with the spot where your dog spends the most time and watch what changes. Then come back and watch the next video, because the environment is just one layer of this, and there is more to unpack. Thanks for watching. If you loved this video, scan the QR code on the screen right now to subscribe and join the Pawsome Life family. Give your dog a belly rub for us, and we will see you in the next video.